A hazard assessment should be performed for work involving distillations of organic liquids and should thoroughly address issues relating to residual water and possible decomposition of the solvent in question, as well as the physical placement of the distillation apparatus and heating equipment to be employed.
Megadroughts are comparable in severity to the worst droughts of the 20th century but are of much longer duration. A megadrought in the American Southwest would impose unprecedented stress on the limited water resources of the area, making it critical to evaluate future risks.
On Halloween, children go trick-or-treating. They wear costumes and masks. They walk from house to house and knock on the doors. When someone opens the door, they say, "Trick or treat." The person gives them a piece of candy. Some people give pencils, small toys, popcorn balls, or apples.
Sugar cookies are popular in December. Sugar cookies are made with flour, powdered sugar, butter, eggs, baking soda, and vanilla. The cookie dough is rolled flat and cut with cookie cutters. Popular shapes are the stars, snowmen, wreaths, candy canes, and angels. The cookies are baked in a 350-degree oven for about 8 minutes.
The American executive, unlike the British, has no connection with the legislature, and this lack of coordination between executive and legislature is one of the distinctive features of the American federal government. The Constitution guarded against executive control by disqualifying federal officials, whether civil or military, from membership in Congress.
The principle of cooperation is one of the things that set conversation apart from similar activities such as lectures, debates, arguments and meetings. Other qualities which help to define conversation include the equal distribution of speaker rights, mutual respect among speakers, spontaneity and informality, and a non-business-like environment.
Every morning, no matter how late he had been up, my father rose at 5:30, went to his study, wrote for a couple of hours, made us all breakfast, read the paper with my mother, and then went back to work for the rest of the morning. Many years passed before I realized that he did this for a living.
Lincoln's apparently radical change of mind about his war powers to emancipate slaves was caused by the escalating scope of the war, which convinced him that any measure to weaken the Confederacy and strengthen the Union war effort was justifiable as a military necessity.
There are perhaps three ways of looking at furniture. Some people see it as purely functional and useful, and don't bother themselves with aesthetics. Others see it as essential to civilized living and concern themselves with design and how the furniture will look in a room. In other words, function combined with aesthetics, and yet others see furniture as a form of art.
History is selective. What history books tell us about the past is not everything that happened, but what historians have selected. They cannot put in everything, choices have to be made. Choices must similarly be made about which aspects of the past should be formally taught to the next generation in the shape of school history lessons.